So I want to tell you about a show that ruins people's lives for under $500. What a steal. It starts off with a guy who has a vision. He's probably an evil guy because he withdraws $500 from his bank account and he says, let's make a TV show. So he goes to the only channel that will make a TV show for $500, HGTV, which I think stands for High Definition TV. I don't know. And he says, look, get me a host that doesn't care about anything. And with this $500, we'll make a show. And they say, what show could possibly be made for $500? And he says, a makeover show. And with that, we have the most evil TV show ever, Decorating Sense. Now the sense is spelled C-E-N-T-S. because it's a play on word, and the word is sense, because nobody in the show has any common sense. It is so trashy. I can't believe people did this. It's like pump my ride for your house, dude. That's, oh. The show is hosted by a woman named Joan, who doesn't look like she belongs anywhere near anyone's house. I feel like she should be on house arrest most of the time. And the show's creator, the person in question, the evil person I talked about, what was his name? I don't know. I actually looked up who created the show. I didn't find anything. I even ChatGPT'd it, and ChatGPT said, I don't know either. Could you ask someone else? So this show was apparently created out of thin air, but it does have a host and a carpenter who is just as crazy as the woman in question, Joan. I found this because of a lot of people recommending it to me, as well as TikTok's brilliant ideas, and I honestly, within 2 minutes of looking at the show, I was like, all right, I'm sold. But apparently I wasn't the only person sold, because this show ran from 1997 to 2009. It ran 31 seasons. That's a lot of homes ruined by a woman named Joan. I think we should take a look at some of this amazing show. And by the way, if you like it, by the end of the video, hopefully I can get you to subscribe. Almost to 650,000. That's pretty cool. Also, while you're here, if you have any other suggestions, please hit me up at sixteenleo on my Instagram. That way you can give me suggestions for my next video. Does anybody have any guesses for what HGTV stands for? High Ground TV? Holy Grapes TV? What even is that? That's kind of how I am going to be most of this episode. So if you want to see someone scream at 90s TV, I'm your guy.
30-year-old Scott Kelson seems to have it all. A gorgeous home, a great job, and...
I'm gonna stop the video a lot because there's so much good stuff here. First of all, this is what 30-year-olds look like back then. This guy looks 50. Sorry, but I don't know what the hell happened to aging. Secondly, they say Scott has it all, and then they show a picture of bread. Life was certainly simpler back then when all you needed was bread. That's all you had to have it literally all. But he actually has more than us. He has a home and bread and a dog. Does anybody else who's 30 have that?
So what's missing?
I don't really have a style.
No style? No problem. Watch as we help Scott discover his design identity for under $500.
All right, so that's the premise of the show. Like I said, they redecorate people's rooms for under $500, which is the worst premise I've ever heard, ever. Like, I don't think there's anything worse than that, because you have to understand, like, if you put this into perspective, a home is a very expensive thing. Is it not? Like, it's, I don't know how much his house is. It's probably at least $100,000, and they're spending $500 trying to make it better. That's like buying a G-Wagon and then trying to put a sticker on it. By the way, you're probably wondering what the hell is wrong with Scott's room. Nothing. It looks a little weak. It's maybe weak sauce, but I don't know, man. It's a pretty normal room. The fuck is that song? Is that music? It just seems like a bunch of shit being played. That is Decorating Sense for you. I feel like Joan herself played that intro. It's just a lot of drum work, a lot of random chords. Wow, no, it's Decorating Sense. Nothing like that. They're like, let's just have some drums. Fuck it, let's put some guitar in that bitch. That's how they made that's no showrunner, nothing, no created by, nobody wants their name on this. Okay.
Hi, I'm Joan Steffen. Welcome to Decorating Sense.
You like how she entered? Hi, I'm Joan Steffen.
Hi, I'm Joan Steffen.
That was a what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm Joan Steffen. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'm in this guy's stupid house. I'm bullying him $500. I'm gonna fuck his house up. I'm Joan Steffen. I fuck shit up.
Despite the fact that Scott Kelson has lived in this house 2.5 years, he has really not done a whole lot of decorating.
Oh. This man was 27 when he bought himself a house. Joan, you should be on your knees praising the Lord in his kitchen right now. I don't know what else to say. I don't think you'll find a 27-year-old who is worth his weight in salt and gold who will have a house like that at 27. Oh my God, I wish I had one like that. Joan.
And what you see is really a reflection of the women in his life. His mother, his sister, a host of girlfriends.
Joan, he's a virgin. I can tell you that by the fact that he has a Persian rug and it doesn't have jizz stains all over it. So come on, Joan, you'd be slipping. Someone's trying to catch you slipping, Joan. He's a virgin, okay? But I think what Joan is saying is that there's no feminine touch in this house and they need to actually change that.
It's never really felt like home, actually. You know? Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just not enough time to make it home.
So is that our job today? Make
I
it
hope
feel
so.
like home?
I hope so.
Oh my God, I love the 90s. You just get these awkward scenes. This looks like it's from a Incognito tab movie. What? This dude is just looking, look at his arms and stuff. He's just looking like a lump noodle, man. This is an NPC Oblivion conversation.
Thing on the wall, there's a little shelf back there.
A picture of who else but his sister.
Stuff.
Lighting is also a concern.
But it's tough because there is
Scott just has like a wall that his sister painted for him and one picture on his wall of his sister that kind of looks like he's marrying her. Scott, this is not helping, my bro. This is not helping, sir. My sister picked out these walls. Here's a picture of my sister and me at her wedding. No bride. I mean, oops, no groom. Oops. She is the bride, but really, I want her to be more. Anyway, Scott, but crazy there.
tough because there isn't a lot of light.
Is there a light? It looks like there is no light in this house, actually. But with $500, you're not going to fix that because that would take more than $500, Joan. Joan is promising things that she cannot come through with.
In fact, I have to wait until it's sunny out to separate my socks because the light's not good enough to look at the dark blue or the black.
Okay. There's just so much in the show that I love. This dude literally said he has to wait till morning to separate his socks. And his socks are blue and black. And he's like, I refuse to get white socks. This is a problem that only light can fix. And I also refuse to go into any other room. I'm gonna wait till the next morning to rearrange my socks. This is what people had issues with when they were like millennials back then. I don't know what you call millennials back then. Old people, I guess. I would love to have those problems. Tom worried about which color socks he's wearing. Tom, I don't even wear socks. I do. But I don't care what color they are. That's the least of my problems, Tom. Tomothy. Scott, that's your real name. I forget his name. He looks like a Tom, doesn't he? Say he looks... Can someone in the comments say he looks like a Tom so I don't feel stupid?
Clutter, not a lot of knickknacks.
Oh, shoot.
And then
we had so many knickknacks ready to just pile into this room.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so Joan is my favorite. And I'll tell you why I love Joan. She's like Ellen on ADHD. She's like an older Ellen fused with Reba McEntire, and she's got jokes, and nobody wants to hear them, but she doesn't give a fuck. She will say the jokes, and she doesn't care. She asked a question. Scott started talking. It was like an important segment. I've never seen this before in a show. She interrupted the guest to do a really bad joke. Can we watch that again? This is so interesting. So he's talking about the room, how he wants it fixed and how it's bad. It's a very important segment to understand so that you can then fix it. It's something that you need. And in the middle, she's like, oh, you don't have knickknacks? We were gonna bring knickknacks. Like so unnecessary, but she had to get that out.
Clutter, not a lot of knickknacks.
Oh, shoot.
And then
we had so many knickknacks ready to just pile into this room.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then he finishes it off with like a oh.
Yeah.
What was that piece of television really? Only HGTV could pull off something so meme-worthy before there was even time for it. I love you, HGTV. I don't know if they're still around. Okay, so then Jane brings her partner in crime, Nadia, to the stage. Nadia Ramirez, who I think is the real culprit of the show. I said Jane, my bad. Get all the names mixed up. Joan and Nadia are like two evil people. Joan is like Harley Quinn in a way. Nadia is like an evil scientist who has never practiced science. With the $500, she decides this is how I'm going to ruin Scott's room, and then she step by step walks us through how she's going to absolutely make his room more shitty. Let's take a look.
And what's it going to be?
It's going to be kind of masculine, eclectic,
Okay.
and a little retro twist in there too.
Masculine, eclectic, retro twist. That sounds like fun.
It is.
Okay,
Yeah, it's going to be
starting
great.
with?
Okay, we're going to warm up the room.
Put a light in there. bitch. Put a light. Do lights. Put a lamp. Buy a lamp. You got $500, buy a lamp. You want to brighten the room up, put light in it. Don't color it the color of a light. Dude, this is his fault for having blue walls.
And so we're going to use this gold color here, and it's called Danish pine.
That's called yellow, girl. SpongeBob's not Danish pine. SpongeBob is yellow. Okay?
And so we're going to paint 3 of the walls this golden color. And then on the 4th wall, we're going to keep some of the existing blue-gray, which is a nice color, but we're going to add some geometric pattern to it using these other colors here.
All right, did Nadia Ramirez just say they're going to paint 3 walls, 1 color, and the 4th wall they're randomizing? Is this The Sims, Nadia? What the fudge cakes, dude? What are you doing? It's like they gave Nadia Ramirez like a decorating license and she just went ham with it. They revoked her license. You can't do this to people's houses. She's going to paint squares in this dude's house on 1 wall? Oh God.
Wow, so yeah, very bold it sounds like.
Yes.
And bold.
And this, what's the pop of red for?
Well, this is going to be for a retro twist, a fun accessory with this bright red color.
You gonna tell me what the accessory is?
I'll let you wait and see.
She loved to surprise me.
I do.
She doesn't even want to tell us what that is. There's no telling what Nadia Ramirez is up to for $500 and some red bold twist mechanics. She's got leather straps in there too. I'm very surprised if she doesn't build a sex dungeon on a budget.
But you will not surprise me with this. We will do it for under $500.
Ready, set, paint.
I bet she does surprise you, Joan. I bet she surprises you in the bedroom, Joan. I bet someone's getting surprised by Nadia Ramirez every day. Just her thoughts are surprising. This is the time when they start like doing the room. And you'd think, hey, in every makeover show, you've seen Home Makeover. You've seen some of these amazing makeover shows. I remember watching, I think it was called Home Makeover, where they absolutely make people's homes splendid. And it takes a whole team of people. It's 30 people, 40 people. It takes long time. Not this show. You got $500, you got 5 days, and the people doing it is Nadia Ramirez and fucking Joan. That's it. That's the host is the most. Whew, God. I didn't think that was gonna happen, but I guess here we are.
Just kidding.
Colored
No,
blocks?
they're all going to actually touch. I just did that so we could see it. So each square will actually touch one another.
Oh, Nadia. Nadia got duped by Joan. Oh, God, I forget her name.
You can handle this, can't you?
Oh, you think?
I've got stuff to do, places to go.
Yeah, well,
So,
you better not leave.
Oh, maybe I will.
Okay, do you want to just go down anyway? Because that one's going to be the brown.
Finally.
This awkward piece of television happens where a guy comes to help seal up everything. He's the 3rd guy. He's also a carpenter. That's what they call him, even though none of this is carpentry, so I don't get it. But yeah, so they do up the walls, they put in the squares, and they start painting the damn thing. The colors look, by the way, splendid.
Righty, ooh, cool.
Tartar sauce. Tell me that doesn't look like tartar sauce. Tell me.
Because we're not leaving.
Aioli. She's painting the wall with different types of sauces. Where's the ketchup? Like, I'm not sure if it's impressive or not that these two had painted the house in 5 hours. Like, I feel like it is impressive considering Joan didn't change her damn clothing to do any of this. She's like, I'm gonna host this show, I'm gonna kick this dude out, and I'm gonna paint his fucking house in this attire. Then he's gonna come back, I'm gonna do the second part of the show in this. I don't care if there's paint all over me. He's gonna know I did it. Joan is the epitome of like the host with the most. She might not have any talent, but I respect her.
Later.
This is it. Yay! We did it. Look at it, look at it, look at it.
Looks like we've got ourselves a winner.
$53 is what they took. They ruined his wall for a total of $53. Now, I don't know if paint used to cost nickels back then, but I know I've painted a little bit myself. Any paint that you get, like not even the good paint, is like $100 for like a can. So I don't know if Joan was like squeezing it out of test tubes or something. I'm not really sure how she got that to be $53, but they used some of the most ugly colors I've ever seen, and they absolutely jammed it into Scott's wall. This went from a light blue, cool color to vomit green, it looks like. Good work, Ramirez.
Ooh, Jeffrey, you got some splaining to do.
This is why I love Joan. That was a sex joke. Ooh, Jeffrey, you got some splaining to do. She hit, ooh, Jeffrey, you got some splaining to do. What is all those leather? Jeffrey, I like it. Joan I love Joan. I actually love Joan. She got my respect. She's wearing like a zip-up hoodie in the 90s. That's some gangster shit. People actually try and present themselves. She's like, I don't know what kind of outfit a host that is also doing the makeovers need to do, but I'm gonna wear a zip-up jacket and some jeans. It's a Tuesday for Joan. Anyway, the next thing they do is build a headboard out of some faux leather straps. I don't know if you understand what a headboard is. I'm sure you do. It usually supports your head. Anyway, they just put leather straps together, they weave it and make it, it's like a flax thing, and they put it on his headboard. So good luck ever having support there, Scott. Can you imagine like trying to lean back and then your head goes through that thing? Bro, this is so bad. Like, my headboard's not like the best, but it's wooden. Like, I can put my head back on it and like lean back. This is not something you can lean on. This is just for show. This is a horrible headboard. I don't know if you caught that, by the way. Joan put her hand through it. She was like, oh wow. Oh, Joan is like ADHD or something. Genuinely, I never seen a host be so weird before. He's like, just, I can see why this ran 31 seasons. People were like infatuated with everything Joan randomly does.
Back in the bedroom, we'll use the bed to guide the placement of our headboard. And
you don't need that, Joan. You don't need a leveler. You don't need that for the headboard. I promise you, you can just put it there.
voila!
They stuck it on the wall. Yeah, I don't know why. That makes sense. I don't know why I thought they would just put it like where the bed is so that he could take it out if he wanted to. Now it's stuck to the wall. The girl will be like, hey, I think it's time that we upgrade your dungeon-looking headboard. And he'll be like, you have to upgrade the house because Joan stuck it to the fucking house. I don't know how to get... The headboard comes with the house. It's non-negotiable. Ever since Joan stepped in, the headboard and the house are a combo. $42. So like 90-something dollars. They've ruined his house and his neck support.
Well, it's got the floral on this side, which is a little too feminine for Scott.
Yeah.
But I love the color that we're going to have up here in the front, and it works really well with this leather.
Okay, firstly, Nadia has zero style because she took the best part off the whole bed, which was the floral pattern, and she put it the wrong side. Now, everything looks like muted color. It's all really dank color. It looks like World War II palette color stuff here. I don't know if she thought like Scott has to be a man, so he can't have anything that looks good. But did they remove the picture of his beautiful sister? Because that's gonna hurt him. You know that, right? By the way, guess how much they spent on this? Please leave it in the comments right now. Did you do it? Because it's gonna shock you. If you think they spent like even $10 on this, you're wrong.
And then we've got these great pillows. Love the texture on here and kind of the shiny sheen.
Those are great. I love those. And I love these.
Aren't those great?
They spent $130 on it. They spent more on the bedding than they did on his wall and his headboard. Two things that he needs: walls and headboards. He can get another blanket, but that costs more than both of those. Oh. Nadia Ramirez, you dank bitch. And then to top things off, Joan gets a table she got at some sale. The table's not even, it's like slanted, so that's just the worst thing ever. It looks like it's a little bit haunted as well, so Joan might have just put a curse on this house just to add like insult to injury. The house is shitty enough, now she adds like the worst. It's all the same color too. Ugh.
I've got a lot here.
20 maybe?
But you know what? Scott needs a lot of artwork, so we've got...
When I watched a little bit of this because I was like, I don't know if it's good enough to do a video on, but this is the moment actually that made me think, yes, I'm doing this. So now it comes to the decorative side, the art. And Nadia Ramirez decides she is a connoisseur of the arts and farts. And she gets a whole bunch of paintings that are different. And what she decides to do with them is revolutionary. Trust me, you're going to want to see this. Let's go through some of the paintings. That is an Egyptian man in some bricks. Every 30-year-old should have that.
Got it here for him. But this is actually very affordable. So
Oh, how could we forget? How could we forget that thing? What the fuck is that, man? Oh, what is that? This is a bunch of rectangles.
it took very inexpensive frames.
Of course it's affordable. It's rectangles. Oh, yes. Another great painting. It's a guy whose legs are the wrong way. Where did she find this shit from? Oh my God, Nadia.
And just cut out different pictures from art books.
Yep, that's whatever that is, that's good.
And I've got a variety of kind of modern, contemporary, and also the classics. So it'll give you a variety of different things to look at.
Is there anything that makes it cohesive?
I don't want it to actually...
Joan, what a great question, Joan. Does anything make this cohesive? Is this not the paintings of a madman? You're trying to like honestly give this man back his virginity. I don't even know if he is a virgin. Maybe he's not. But after this, he will be again. Because nobody's coming into this room. This is a repellent.
I don't want it to actually be cohesive. That's the whole point.
Yeah, even Joan's not on board. Do you see her face? She's like, okay. I don't know if that's legal, but okay. So now you're thinking like, this can't get worse. He's got some of the worst pictures ever. There's no way they can fuck this up even more. I present to you Nadia Ramirez.
Okay.
Side by side presents a look that is anything but ordinary.
She used the middle and the left side of one wall. Put all the paintings right there next to each other. And that's it. Contemporary art. Eat your heart out. That's a Banksy right there. Imagine coming into Scott's room. You're like, meet him on Tinder or sometime in the future. You're like, wow, I hope he's a nice guy. You see like a flax woven headboard, a picture of a dog in red and some Egyptian man all stuck together and stuff. Oh, my boy Scott. He's never getting some. He's never getting some.
You know, Nadia, I think this is really dramatic and impressive and beautiful, but I think that's weird.
That's not weird, John. That's the weird thing is letting Nadia Ramirez do this to probably an innocent man. This is what they should do to criminals when they get out of jail. This seems like worse than Guantanamo, really. But yes, Nadia Ramirez is holding a hand for some reason. I don't know where she got it. I'm pretty sure it's real.
It's weird. Actually, it's a model for latex gloves, and we're going to have some fun with it a little bit later.
Don't say it like that, though. Don't say it like that. Don't. And Joan is looking like, oh, I didn't know it was time.
Kelson's bedroom, and when we come back, they're going to be moving over to that side of the room.
Oh, God. Bro, that's a jump scare. When she pointed to the other side of the room, I was like, is that not another room? That's the same room. None of that has any decorative anything. It looks like so, oh, God, Joan, you ruined this man's life. He didn't do anything. He was 30. That's what happened. He turned 30. He didn't have to ruin his life for under $500, by the way.
Welcome back to Decorating Sense. We are well on our way to...
I love Joan. I want to get a cut out of her. I love it. I love the fact that she starts off, I'm Joan. That's such a this is like such an NPC, like what the F movement. I'm Joan. I don't give a shit. I'm Joan. I'm right here. I'm just existing. I love it. She's so not media trained. It's so good.
Oh, that bedroom is looking good.
Something Joan says every time she goes into the bedroom with her husband before she bangs him.
Oh, that bedroom is looking good.
I bet you that's how she does it too. Ooh, that bedroom's looking good. Let's get some of that faux leather headboard. Scott might have a good idea, but I'm going to give my husband that faux leather, if you know what I mean, said Joan.
So where are those things going? What are they?
Oh, straight in the trash, Joan. What is that actually?
Well, I'm creating some funky wall art.
You are,
for Scott's bedroom, and it's going to...
I'm so glad that they said Nadia Ramirez carpenter underneath, because then they show her painting, and everyone who's ever picked up a paintbrush is like, oh, that makes sense. Because she's painting, I don't even know if that's correct. I don't think that is a color. I'm not sure even God made that color, so I don't know where she found that. And I don't know what this is. So those look like 2 ice cube trays that have never been used. And also the carpenter guy says it's freehand, and Joan has the nerve to say really, as if that looked like anything other than freehand. Man, where are you gonna put this crap? Yeah, it's not a 90s thing without a random vase. Just there. It looks like looks like an elixir or something. That's so weird to just put that there. But okay, you're gonna ruin his house. That's probably the least thing that has ruined his house. The wall looks just lovely, guys. So now when the girl comes over to his house, she turns, she sees the flax headboard, she sees the weird dog painting and everything else. Then she turns and she sees a geometric mess of squares. And it's finished off by 3 what can only be described as Mayan disgraces.
But change out his 2 traditional chair for this one we found for just $7.
Scott got wrecked, man. They took his chair. They took his lumbar support. They took his chair with a back that he could do this, and they added like a bar stool where he can't lean back on it. And it says that the chair cost $7. You know, everybody here knows the chair that he had before cost more. You downgraded his chair. You just stole his chair. I bet you she's just sitting in her own house with that chair like, ha ha ha, Scott can't do this shit, can he? Why don't they downgrade his computer to like a piece of paper or something like, we upgraded Scott's computer to a picture of a computer, even a higher tech computer. We upgraded his keyboard to my keyboard.
The corner rocker gets an upgrade too. We love the lines of this estate sale chair, but we're not through with it yet.
Nadia has a plan.
They stole his rocking chair as well. That's the only thing that had flair in the room. It's the only thing that was like different about other rooms. They're like, nope, you're not putting your stupid granny in here. She can rock down to hell if she wants to. She's not rocking in this house. And you know what they do with the chair to make it even worse? They still had those leather scraps, so they started fucking up the chair. Oh yes, there it is. They put nails into the chair. Oh. Oh. They put nails into the chair. Dude. They went from having a chair that could actually at least do this. At least you could do that, right? Say what you want. At least you could do that. To a chair that you can't even do this without being like, oh, is that a nail? Do you have a nail in that? Why is this faux leather? The rest of it isn't. Why does it look like your headboard? What is this? This is just so bad.
It's that easy.
Oh yeah. Whoever was directing this was like, please cover that up. I'm gonna get a lawsuit if you don't cover that up. That's crazy, man.
A few final accessories.
A little applause.
Joan's she touches everything. She's gonna break one of those things one day. That was that latex glove. I'm assuming that's what Nadia meant with the red thing. I'm assuming, because she never really ever explains what that red square thing was at the start of this video. I'm assuming it's just got a hand that looks like a devil reaching up from hell, because this would be his apartment if there was. I'm so certain that any girl who walks in here would run out. You could probably go into a killer's home and at least have a cup of tea first. Like, this is, Scott doesn't even, he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy, and he's literally going to spawn Satan because of this. So Nadia Ramirez, yet again, the devil now has a home thanks to you.
What are all the women in Scott's life going to say about this transformation, do you think?
I think they're going to love it. They're probably...
That's a joke, Joan, because there are no women that are going to say anything about Scott's life. Even Scott's beautiful sister, who he probably loves, is not going to come over. And she's biologically supposed to. Where's the picture of Scott's sister, by the way? They took that out. They're like, Scott, you can't have one picture of your sister here. That's not... I don't like that, Scott. You gotta have a different girl or no girl.
This wall.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the fact that it took 5 hours, so be it. It's so cool.
This implies Joan doesn't normally take 5 hours to do a wall. Joan is quick with it, huh? Or doesn't care. Oh, wow. Joan. Okay.
It was worth it, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I love the artwork on this wall. And that whole string of artwork over there.
Oh, you can just sit
So
here and
cool.
look at it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, and it's got...
It's just the fact that there's one dog and everything else is a person of some sort is comically stupid. Like, she went for absolutely nothing. She just found paintings and garbage and put it on this man's wall. This man worked really hard to buy a house for himself. He lives alone. He's living the dream life in 2025, actually. And they ruined it for less than $500. That's genuinely impressive that they ruined his life for that little money.
With that headboard, that was fantastic.
Yeah. You know, I think it
really
looks
inexpensive.
Right. And I think it gives a really expensive, kind of elegant look to the...
It looks so... that is hilarious how thin it looks. Like, even in this low resolution, if you look at it from the side, you wouldn't be able to see, like, it's like wafer thin. This man cannot sleep on a... Like, he literally can't lean back on his headboard. That's amazingly funny. Wow.
room, very masculine at the same time, but very affordable too.
Yeah.
Which
What
is
were we
great.
going for? We were going for masculine. You got that?
Yep.
Eclectic. You got that.
and retro with a twist.
And we got a little funky in here
So-
too, and this was very cool.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
I've never seen the home, what do you call them? I guess the team sit on the furniture and like do stuff that looks, I don't know why it looks so weird to see. It's like having a master chef eat the food in front of you or something. Like, it feels weird that they're like, oh, we did it. Let's not sit on the chairs. Those things would be great. We're gonna sit on that table that we didn't actually put in the room. That was his. Well, let's just put our asses there.
Thank you.
So I think it might be time to go get Scott.
I can't wait.
I can't wait.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, it's time to ruin Scott's life. I hope he jumps around like Pump My Ride. Like, he just jumps around the room. He's like, oh my God. Oh, what? What? And then he just flips out the window. That would be good.
Okay.
Appropriate reaction. Actually, 100. Actually, the reaction I thought that was gonna happen. His eyes dart from right to left as he takes in how they messed up his room. Like, wow, this is real, isn't it? Can I undo?
Wait a second. How long have you guys been here?
3 days, no.
Yeah, 72 hours. They ruined your life. It's record time. I know. Yeah, Thanos. More like Joan. I don't know who Thanos is. I never even watched that, but I know Joan. She can ruin it.
Real faux leather. I like it.
Very special.
Now, when can I get you guys back to do the other rooms?
This is the most unenthusiastic response I've ever seen. It's like he's shocked out of his mind. When he goes to feel the leather and you can see there's nothing behind the headboard, it's a sad moment for all of us. Then he actually says, when can you do the rest of the house? Because I feel like at this point, Scott he's made up his mind. He's like, I'm going to sell this place. When can you make the rest of it look this weird? So it can at least be cohesive, since, you know, they did one room and every other room conceivably is blue, which would look very weird. So Scott is like, please, can you make this sellable? Because I gotta get out of here.
One per customer.
That's it?
I'm afraid so.
We might have to do a special.
And
Believe
tell
me.
your sister that some of her color is left in the room.
Oh, he's gonna tell his sister a lot. Trust me. Trust me.
Well, we're pretty sure Scott digs it. What about his girlfriend, Shay?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. Scott has a girlfriend. Oh, man. I don't know why that was such a relief. I thought that if he was like dating, I was like, oh man, he's gonna be tough in this world. But Scott has a girlfriend. And it's not his sister. Like, it's a double, like, woo, woo.
Oh my gosh, we did it.
You did ruin his that you absolutely. They show a before and after picture, and the before picture looks so much better, man. Dude. They ruined Scott's house.
While the masculine headboard keeps things guy-friendly.
Masculine headboard. As if he's gonna start like taking guys to bed. Oh, his girlfriend's not gonna like that, is she? It's a masculine headboard, honey. It's not for you. You sleep on the floor. I'm taking Daniel to bed tonight.
Okay, well, you get the question of the day. What is his style now?
His style is single, which he is. Goodbye. And then she like runs out the house.
His style is fabulous. Another great makeover for under $500 in under 1 day. But I hope you stay with us, because when we come back,
I like that when Joan talks, everyone else stops. And I also love how she still does this thing. It reminds me a little of Nick Lachey. I don't know if those two are related, but I'd like to find out.
well, Scott is wide open to style, and Nadia.
They even have a moment at the end where Joan turns into a crazy person. I don't really know what is happening here. She makes a mistake on the name Nadia and then just goes, Nadia. Never seen this before, but I guess they needed to keep that in. I guess it's to show that she's not AI back in the day, because lots of people would have believed that she's not really a human being because she doesn't exhibit human tendencies. Guys, I don't know what I just watched. There's a few episodes on YouTube and it's full length. This is actually only a half-ish of the show, because it turns out Jean lady has actually two things that she does, but the second one was not really worth covering. I think that this is a perfect introduction to what the hell this is, but that was just a look at what decorating sense is. I don't know when they're gonna have shows like this again, where they have people who are not qualified and we don't know how they got in that position to do a show, but I think that is one of the most hilarious series of all time. If they had people who do professional work and they're so not qualified to do it. Do you get this show? Really? It's got the best premise I've seen. They have no money. They have very little experience. The carpenters are doing the artwork. The host is doing the painting. And it looks like the contestants don't really need help. It's a mix of success. And it clearly was, because 31 seasons later, this show has done its thing. It's really just succeeded in making people's lives worse. I told you I was going to show you one of these shows, and I did. I'm so happy the show exists, and I would love to do another one with you. So maybe I will in the future, but I just wanted to walk you through what was the absolute bomb of a show that is decorating sense. Thank you for watching, by the way. I can't believe these shows exist. If there's anything else that you know of, please let me know. Until then, this is Jean. I'm gonna call myself Suvi. Oh God, her name is Joan. Maybe the more I watch, the more I'll remember it. She just looks like a Jean Joan. Like her name should be Jean Joan. Maybe I'll call her that one day. Anyway, take care, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Okay.